Okay, good morning, everyone. It is Thursday. We're so close to the end of the week here, and look forward to that as well too. Okay, if you guys need a session, please book one. The calendar has been updated. Okay, so I got some spots this weekend. Anyways, so a couple of things we need to address here. So first thing is SPX futures are slightly higher pre-market currently right now, close to a potential breakout. I was looking at some put premiums here, and pretty much what you can tell is that the put premiums are looking pretty decently priced here. Okay, so once I come up with the model numbers, definitely pay a close attention to those. Pay a close to attention to level one bullish and level one bearish when the numbers do come out. Okay, so you really want to study those. Second thing is financials are somewhat strong today. Okay, so if we do hit that level one bullish inflection point and financials are green with text along with it, you want to be very careful not to go against the rejection here. Okay, so that's why looking at the heat map very critical when you're viewing and when you're making the decision if you want to play the rejection and what have you, right? So I'm going to be looking at that here. Okay, so the 4430 calls here look pretty decently priced here as well, so we may see a pop here. But the main thing here that's trending this market right now is that we see semiconductors and banks moving along with the overall market. So if everything is moving together, we can certainly see more bullish activity happen today. Second thing here is that LRCX, this may have a huge pop right at open. Okay, it doesn't show much pre-market. The quote is usually delayed based on how it trades. So just keep that in mind as well. You know, we see GS up 1%. We see NVIDIA, pretty much holding there. Tesla also decent. Okay, these stocks are pretty much trading close to their yesterday high. So we're not at any new potential breakout. But if banks are strong and SPX breaks above 4,400 today, then we can see a very large breakout. Just keep in mind the 4410s are basically our top of our weekly range here. The weekly ranges, of course, can break, and that's very common, but 4410 pretty much is going to be a hard level. And when that premium is above 6, like I mentioned in our market sentiment, the market direction is going to be trending upwards. Okay, so that's where we see the SPX going here, and huge potential breakout once this 4410 weekly range gets above 10. So as long as this remains above 6 and 3, pretty much the focus is going to be towards the upside, and that's why we mainly had upside swings this week here. Okay, now so key inflection points we need to hold pretty much 43.75. That is gamma level. Underneath that, may possibly see yesterday's level one bearish, which was 43.60. We timed the market perfectly yesterday, where we basically said 43.60 was our level one. That happened right off in the open, and pretty much worked its way up to here, which was our level one bullish. Market traded in range. So yesterday market was in range. And let's see if we get a potential breakout today as well too. Okay, for stocks to look better here for today, we're looking at NVIDIA here. Needs 418, 416 to pretty much get going. Underneath 409, can possibly see 400 today. So just watch out for that. We're looking at Tesla here as well. Tesla, the 262 can probably lead a test to 265, 267 this week. The premiums are very expensive for Tesla, so you just want to be careful for that. because the 260 calls, they had a high of 5 yesterday, and they pretty much closed at 2.8 yesterday as well, right? Would like to get the 265 calls under 1, possibly, because we're going into the new week. Okay. Netflix was pretty strong yesterday because of the price upgrade I mentioned to you guys as well. So many of you guys some of you guys caught that trade on the 430 calls, and some of you guys are still holding. So interesting to see that. I got some messages about that as well. Snow, so it pretty much filled 191 yesterday. Needs to break above 192. 195 also an inflection point, and 200 underneath. 180 is bad, but hard for that to go down because it's one of the key strengths here. Okay. So LRCX. So I think this stock can really skyrocket early at open. Okay. Watch out for this. 660 possible. And our calls are going to be looking really juicy here. It's pretty much testing yesterday's high of the day here. But if it pops 20 fast, be ready, because it may also go to 680 and then possibly 700 by Friday. Okay, so just keep in mind, Micron had great earnings, just as like we expected, huge beat. After consecutive bad reports, they finally have one good report, and they actually guided up with their EPS being positive this time around. So that's going to be a positive thing for semiconductors, especially in the memory chip space. And that area has been developing because of AI technology needs. Okay, so another stock of interest, MDB, also break above 400. If I was buying MDB, I'd probably look at next week's, but keep in mind next week's a short week because of the July 4th weekend. Also, besides all of that, our main economics is that, so Powell already spoke. You want to be very careful. Sorry, this is the wrong week. So you want to be very careful here heading into tomorrow, because the key thing here is that we do got the GDP numbers coming in. That may have some effect on the market. But overall, core PCE is a key numbers that's going to really, really move the market starting tomorrow here. So right now, the market, although it does look bullish here, use caution at 4410 and 4400, as these areas are going to be huge. It's going to attract a lot of put sellers. Okay, so we had that 4410 as our top weekly range, okay, since Monday. So these weekly ranges can break, but they're one of the hardest levels to break this week here, okay, when it comes to the overall market range. So just use caution, because when we get to these points here, the resistance are going to be quite significant. Yesterday we seen 4390 hit our level 1, and then right away it dropped 30 points. Okay, so we may see a similar situation headed into the 4410 level, and that's what we're looking at. Okay, so any swings you decide to take, just remember you're heading into the core PCE, which we have no clue about, and the premiums are going to be quite extensive for tomorrow lottos. Okay, so be very patient, wait for the premiums to come to you if you're a small account, and if you have profits, take some shots if you can. Otherwise, just watch out for it, go slow. Key areas you want to watch: semiconductors, banks, see how they perform, and if we break above 4400, we can definitely go. If SPX gets a 4410, I may want to take profits on LRCX if it does have a huge push at open. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the call. I'll see you guys in the room. This video will be on recording at 9 a.m. Eastern time zone and on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in. Let's get that money.